Welcome to Bible Quiz Central. Our quizzes are perfect for the whole family and a great way to build your knowledge of the Bible together. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that bell icon so you never miss a quiz. We post new videos every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Each video features 10 challenging questions that will help you learn and grow in your faith. Ready to test your knowledge? Let's get started. Who found baby Moses in the river? Pharaoh's wife, Pharaoh's daughter, Moses' sister, an Egyptian servant. Pharaoh's daughter. Exodus 2:5. Then Pharaoh's daughter went down to the Nile to bathe, and her attendants were walking along the riverbank. She saw the basket among the reeds and sent her female slave to get it. What sign did God give Moses to prove his power to the Israelites? Turning water into wine, turning a staff into a serpent, healing a blind man, parting the Red Sea. Turning a staff into a serpent. Exodus 4:3. Moses answered, "What if they do not believe me or listen to me, and say, 'The Lord did not appear to you'?" Then the Lord said to him, "What is that in your hand?" "A staff," he replied. The Lord said, "Throw it on the ground." Moses threw it on the ground, and it became a snake, and he ran from it. Who helped Moses speak to Pharaoh? Joshua, Aaron, Miriam, Caleb. Aaron. Exodus 4:14-16. Then the Lord's anger burned against Moses, and he said, "What about your brother, Aaron the Levite? I know he can speak well. He is already on his way to meet you, and he will be glad to see you. You shall speak to him and put words in his mouth. I will help both of you speak and will teach you what to do. He will speak to the people for you, and it will be as if he were your mouth and as if you were God to him." If you got the first 3 correct, hit that subscribe button. What did Moses ask Pharaoh to let the Israelites do? Go to Canaan, hold a festival in the wilderness, build a temple, sacrifice animals. Hold a festival in the wilderness. Exodus 5:1. Afterward, Moses and Aaron went to Pharaoh and said, "This is what the Lord, the God of Israel, says, 'Let my people go, so that they may hold a festival to me in the wilderness.'" What was the first plague God sent upon Egypt? Frogs, lice, water turned to blood, hail. Water turned to blood. Exodus 7:20. Moses and Aaron did just as the Lord had commanded. He raised his staff in the presence of Pharaoh and his officials and struck the water of the Nile, and all the water was changed into blood. What did the Israelites eat during the Passover? Bread and fish, manna and quail, bread without yeast, fruits and nuts. Bread without yeast. Exodus 12:7-8. Then they are to take some of the blood and put it on the sides and tops of the doorframes of the houses where they eat the lambs. That same night they are to eat the meat roasted over the fire, along with bitter herbs, and bread made without yeast. How did God lead the Israelites by day during their journey from Egypt? By a cloud, by a star, by an angel, by a pillar of fire. By a cloud. Exodus 13:21. By day, the Lord went ahead of them in a pillar of cloud to guide them on their way, and by night in a pillar of fire to give them light, so that they could travel by day or night. Where did Moses receive the 10 Commandments? Mount Sinai, Mount Carmel, Mount Zion, Mount Moriah. Mount Sinai. Exodus 19:20. The Lord descended to the top of Mount Sinai and called Moses to the top of the mountain. So Moses went up. What did the Israelites make while Moses was on Mount Sinai? A temple, a stone altar, an ark, a golden calf. A golden calf. Exodus 32:2-4. Aaron answered them, "Take off the gold earrings that your wives, your sons, and your daughters are wearing, and bring them to me." So all the people took off their earrings and brought them to Aaron. He took what they handed him and made it into an idol cast in the shape of a calf, fashioning it with a tool. Then they said, "These are your gods, O Israel, who brought you up out of Egypt." What did Moses do to provide water from the rock at Horeb? Spoke to it, struck it with his staff, prayed over it, poured oil on it. Struck it with his staff. Exodus 17:6. I will stand there before you by the rock at Horeb. Strike the rock, and water will come out of it for the people to drink. So Moses did this in the sight of the elders of Israel. Bonus question. How many years did the Israelites wander in the desert? 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. Years. Numbers 14:33-34. Your children will be shepherds here for 40 years, suffering for your unfaithfulness, until the last of your bodies lies in the wilderness. For 40 years, 1 year for each of the 40 days, you explore the land you will suffer for your sins, and know what it is like to have me against you. That's it for today's Bible quiz. How did you do? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed, give us a thumbs up, share, and subscribe. We appreciate your support. Got prayer requests? Leave them below. Thanks for watching. God bless.